Commissioners and Mr. Ali and esteemed colleagues, I'm a member of the STEPS Coalition, which is made of 51 organizations whose mission is an equitable and just recovery on our Gulf Coast. I'm here to let you know that we oppose MDA's plan to redirect $600 million in CDBG funds for the expansion of the port. We are not opposed to economic development, but we oppose the redirection of these funds to the port because we believe that the first priority of the CDBG funds that came into our state should be to ensure that all households that were impacted by Katrina are helped to recover. The original programs that were set up by MDA left out thousands of impacted households. These were wind-damaged homeowners, and underinsured, low to moderate income renters. There was fair housing impact on elderly and disabled populations and minority populations, and an underestimate of the repair and rebuilding costs. I want to see our city come back. I want to see the port come back in a bigger and better way, but I don't want to see it at the expense of those for whom we advocate, and those are the most vulnerable. And so I'm asking the commissioners, Mr. Ali, to look for other funding sources to expand, to fund the expansion of the port. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Charmel Golden. I'm the Executive Director of the Gulf Coast Fair Housing Center. I'm a resident of Biloxi, happy to be a resident of the Gulf Coast. As the commissioners well know, one of the major things that the CDBG funding included as a restriction was that the funds be used to affirmatively further fair housing, and we fear that the money is not all being used to affirmatively further fair housing. Specifically, a lot of our rebuilding efforts went to funding homeowners and placing homeowners back in a position to make them whole. Unfortunately, minority populations, elderly populations, disabled populations, which are all protected under fair housing law, present most of your renter situation. And right now we are, our renter program allocates about 5,000 to 6,000 units being rebuilt, whereas we have a need from 10,000 to 15,000 units, which could possibly leave a lot of people who are protected under fair housing law without housing. Another issue that we ask that you all consider is, as we are closing the FEMA trailer parks and moving people into more permanent housing, that we think about what is being done to develop housing and what funds are being allocated as to such. We support economic development. Without jobs, people can't have homes, they can't purchase places to live and economically develop themselves or create wealth building mechanisms. We want to make sure that the people who are going to be working at the ports have somewhere to live. We don't, if we put the cart before the horse and we build these jobs but have no place for the people to live, we're in the same kind of catch-22 situation where we'll have people from outside of the Gulf Coast of Mississippi coming into our state and using the jobs that were created instead of the people who are here who need the jobs.
Good morning. My name's Will McElhenney. I'm a Biloxi resident. I actually have a question, and I don't know if you answer questions, but I was wondering if in the past port expansions or improvements had been funded through bond measures, and why in this case with the $600 million is it not being considered to at least do some of it through bond measure, if not all of it?
The answer to your question is yes, and as far as it relates to the MDA involvement in this project, Vic Hughes is the Deputy Director of MDA, can address any MDA questions.
Yeah, good morning. I'm Whit Hughes with MDA, and I'll just say, I appreciate your comments, and they're well noted. I think you'll find that our responses will be included as part of our final version of our action plan with